Hello, good evening. My name is Sandra Esenam Apen and I'm here for business. President of the Ghana Association of Bankers, Alhassan Adani, is optimistic the completion of the banking sector cleanup would improve confidence in the industry. And Alhassan Ahani has been speaking to Joy Business after the Bank of Ghana announced that it has brought to an end the 2-year cleanup in the banking sector. He told my colleague George Wiafe the sector should pick up by the middle of next year.
It was a very difficult period, a very difficult 1 year. The problems for those of us in the industry and knew what kind of problems there were, the treatment and the manner the central bank has handled it. Could have chosen a shock therapy, which would have been probably much more disastrous for the country, or choosing the kind of phased out resolution, which they have done. And I do sincerely believe that we have brought closure to it and should open a new chapter for us. New learnings, a new capital, new surveillance, and probably a much more discerning customer base.
Before I look at the one, I also want to ask for you, are you optimistic that the confidence that we are all looking forward to with these regulatory measures would again be solidified, or still those who are out there and are skeptical will say that, well, let me wait and see? The Doubting Thomases who would say that, let me still wait and see. Listen.
Well, the bank customers, again, look, if you look at the industry, I keep saying that the banks that controlled 85% of the industry deposits and assets were completely safe. And you would see when we publish our 2018 numbers that these banks were well run. So you can say that, for me, those who were jittery are investors who, if we didn't have the crisis, if we didn't have all the foreclosures and we didn't have the what they call absorptions, look here, some investors would have been very confident. But the Ghana banking or financial services sector has always been one of the most profitable in Africa. So investors would have come in. So for me, those who are jittery would be investors. But our customer base, by and large, were served by banks that were solid, continue to do our business, manage to even raise capital from our reserves, which was profits that we had made and left to shore up the balance sheet, and we tapped into it in the event of need as this matter arose. And even our shareholders were still so happy with the work we had done. They brought in additional capital. So I think I would encourage our customer base to continue to repose confidence in the financial services sector.
So that was Alhassan Adani speaking to my colleague George Wiafe, and he actually said the sector should improve by the middle of this year and not next year. So to other stories now, social media as an innovation of technology might be a blessing to some businesses, but for artisans in the printing industry, it has been a curse. Joy Business's Karen Dodu visited Accra Newtown, the business hub for print houses, to assess the printing press business in the face of technology and social media.
With the higher population now opting to visit the internet for information, many are freely using this channel to share them. Invitations, greeting cards and announcements are all now shared easily in the electronic format, thanks to social media platforms. However, this is to the detriment of artisans like Herman. Herman, who has been in the printing business for close to a decade, laments the business has seen a decline in sales over the past 3 years, mainly due to the popularity of social media platforms.
For instance, when it is Christmas time, people print greeting cards on offsets, but nowadays they are putting it on Facebook, social medias and co. And the digital tool is also affecting the system. That people want to print something, maybe 5 or 10 copies, and they do it like a photocopy. Yes, so it doesn't really come to the price.
Formerly, calendars used to be in high demand during the latter part of the year. However, the story has changed, as Herman says he has only printed about 50% of his usual order.
I can say that we have printed maybe 5,000. If you're comparing all of them, it can be 5,000 from October. Yes. Compared from 2016 till now, every year it keeps deteriorating. Every year. The numbers keep coming down.
And in percentage from?
The percentage too is also coming down. So if you can compare 2016 to this year, you can even noticed a drop of 50%.
Another challenge for the local industry is competition from China. With advanced technology and availability of materials for printing, production is relatively cheaper. Bismarck Anwar, also in the printing business, explains that until import charges on printing materials are reviewed, the industry will continue to suffer.
China, normally, the way the materials, papers, everything, and then when they print it there, they ship it into Ghana. So it's better than they will go there and print it there. The people, they print a lot of jobs, they send it to China to go and print it, they bring it down. So it's really affecting Ghana here very seriously. And then moreover, we went to somewhere ministries of education where to go and chase the job. They don't give it to you. Simply because they will give it to a person, can take it to China, they will get to their percentage.
Social media can be a very effective and efficient way to send out information, and also a cheaper platform for people to send out their greetings and invitations. But well, this cheaper platform is affecting people in the print industry. For them, social media has also been a blessing and a curse in disguise. Reporting for Joy Business, Karen Dodu.
Executive Director of the Kumasi Institute of Technology and Environment, Ishmael Ajekumhene, has hinted the participation of firms like Tullow, ExxonMobil and Cosmos Energy in the latest round of bidding for oil blocks in the Western Basin will not compromise the final selection criteria. This follows concerns by some industry players that these companies should have been prevented from applying for more stakes since they already own oil blocks in the country.
The Minister of Energy, Peter Mewu, is expected to announce winners of the bid for the oil blocks in the Western Basin by the end of August 2019, after a final validation from the Licensing Round Bid Evaluation and Negotiation Committee. Tullow Ghana and Cosmos are among 16 companies that have expressed interest in acquiring blocks in the Western Basin. This news has, however, received mixed reaction from some players in the oil and gas industry. They argue the participation of oil giants like Tullow and Cosmos that already have blocks in Ghana's oil field is unfair. Executive Director of the Kumasi Institute of Technology and Environment, Ishmael Ajekumhene, said there's no cause for alarm.
In the interest of fairness, it shouldn't bias the process. That's why right from the beginning, the criteria for selecting them ought to be outlined. Everybody should know what is going into the pre-selection. But you can't discount the fact that these are people who have also demonstrated that they can do it, or they've done it in our situation, and probably deserve to be awarded more blocks to develop. But again, it's important that shouldn't bias the process. They should be awarded. For example, if the new entrant is demonstrating the capability that they've done it somewhere, and that they've proven that they are producing X number of barrels and they have the financial muscles to develop the fields, the fact that others are already here shouldn't be used as a criteria to disqualify them.
He, however, advised that there should be a level playing field for interested parties in the exercise.
Proving that they are producing X number of barrels and they have the financial muscles to develop the fields, the fact that others are already here shouldn't be used as a criteria to disqualify them.
But you think the rules should be adjusted a bit, or it shouldn't be adjusted a bit, because one will say you are already in it, so you know where you can get oil and where you cannot get oil. We are a new company, we are not coming in. So they should adjust the rules a bit for those who are existing here already, as against the new entrants.
No, I'm not sure anybody knows with absolute certainty where the oil is. If we knew, I'm not sure Ghana should even advertise. We should just send our GMPC people there and look for money to develop. But
Chairman of the Licensing Bidding Round Committee, Lawrence Apalsi, has expressed optimism that with the interest of these companies, exploration work is likely to begin before the end of 2019. Ebenezer Sabute's report for Joy Business.
All right, so that's all for business with me, Sandra Esenam. But do log on to our website, myjoyline.com/business for more business updates. Thanks so much for watching.